Hello and welcome to Lavelia's Coloring. For today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys my colorings for both April and May. I do have to let you guys know that my 3-year-old son Mason is here with me, so he may pop in the background. And also I do have construction still going on behind my house. They're building a whole new neighborhood, so you may hear beeping, rumbling, or pounding sounds. Hopefully my microphone doesn't pick it up, but if it does, please excuse it. So I have 10 finished coloring pages to show you guys today. I'll go ahead and clear my desk and we'll get started. So the first page I want to share with you guys is from the Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls Mermaids and More to Color. It is illustrated by Hannah Lynn. This is the pocket-sized coloring book. The page I colored is, it was in here. Oh, here we go. Is this one, and it was for Easter. This was colored in April. I did have videos using this page for coloring the hair and the skin and the eyes, so they're in my channel if you want to go ahead and check those out. This page was colored with the Touch New markers for the skin, and everything else was with Lamouche markers. I used the Crayola colored pencils to do the shading, and on top of the eggs, the Easter eggs, I used the Kuretake Gansai Tambi pearl colors. I also used white Posca for the eyes, and then stickles for around the hair and on the dress. I don't know if you can see I can't tell from my view, but yeah, so this is my coloring from this Hannah Lynn book, Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls. The next book I want to share with you guys is a Happy Hoppers coloring book illustrated by Ellen Jarecki. The first page I did from this book is the Buzzy Bee Friends, also for a color along on Instagram. I also did a video on how to do the grass using markers. The sky, I followed the technique by Amberly Silentia. She did a video showing how she did the sky using soft pastels. I believe she used a different brand. I'm not sure. It might have been Faber-Castell. The brand I used, it was the Muñoz soft pastels, and I really love her technique. I'm most likely going to use it for other colorings. So the other materials that I used for this coloring is the Lamouche markers, the Touch New markers. I used the Sargent Art Supreme colored pencils to use for the fur and the bee costume. I used white Posca for the wings, and at Uspika and the Zig Winkostella glitter pens for the wings. It's hard to tell. It's hard to see the glitter on here, so I'm not even going to try. But you can see the little dots and the cute little bunnies in their bee costume. Just gonna put this here. So the next, I colored another page from here, and using this page, the Crafty Critters, I did the same background, and I did 2 videos off of this page. One was how I colored this fur, and the other video was how I colored grass using colored pencils. I did a base of Lamouche markers and Touch New markers for the rabbits and the egg. I used the Muñoz soft pastel for the sky, and the colored pencils I used are the Sargent Art Supreme. I also used white Posca for the fur also. So these are the 2 pages for the Happy Hoppers coloring book, illustrated by Ellen Jarecki. The next page I want to share with you is in Tenderful Enchantments, which is illustrated by Klara Markova. The page I colored in here is a tribute to Orion's Girl. She is a fellow color tuber, and I've known her from Instagram and followed her onto YouTube. She had a lot of great coloring book reviews. Just really sad that find out this year that she just passed away. And yeah, so I wanted to color this for her. Her favorite color was purple, so that's what I colored the flowers and little hints of purple on the pillow and the cushion of the bench. What I used to color the background is the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s. I did go in first with the crayons onto the paper and then using a water brush to activate the Neo colors, but it was too faint for me and I wanted a darker, deeper color, so I went back in with the Neo colors using the water brush onto the crayon and just grabbing the color from the crayon onto the paper. And I really loved that result because I just wanted that deeper color, and it worked out that way. I also used the Derwent Color Soft colored pencils for the rest of the picture. I used white Posca to make the lines on the wings, on the butterfly, on the flowers, and on the wings of the little caterpillars. On top of the white Posca for the flowers and the butterfly, I used the Zig Clean Color Real brush just to add color on top of the white Posca, so the white isn't so bright, and it blends it in nicely. I really like how that worked out. I also used the Silver Uniball Signo gel pens for the chains of the bench. I used the Zig Wing Castella glitter brush on the wings, and I kind of squeezed the glitter brush too much, and it was like a big glob right over here, and I tried to spread it out. On the wings, I also used At You Speak a glitter pen to add a little bit of glitter. It's hard to tell right now. Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, so this was a fun page to color. I really took my time on here. I wanted to make sure that everything came together. So yeah, I really loved how this came out. So this is from Tenderful Enchantments by Klara Markova. So the next page I colored is from the Disney Mosaics. Let's see, make sure I'm in the frame. This is the Hachette Heroes brand, the French coloring book. It's the one that flips up. And I colored the first page. This right here. And I used the Kuretake Genzai Tambi, the pearl color for the background, this light blue all around. And then I used the Uniball Signo gel pen, the silver one, to outline it. And I mean, it's hard to tell right now, but yeah. And then for the rest of the picture, I colored it with the Black Widow colored pencils. And I really love it's different from what I would usually color, and I just wanted to try something different also. So yeah, so this is Cinderella and the Fairy Godmother. This page is from the Disney Mosaics by Hachette Heroes. The next page I want to share with you is from the Coloring Heaven Gothic Fairy Special which is illustrated by Michaelina. I don't have any of her Etsy illustrations, so I'm so happy that Coloring Heaven came out with a special from Michaelina. So the first page I colored from here of Michaelina's is this one, Phoebe. And I was watching, I waited out for Taylor Swift's new music, her latest music video called, with the song called Me with the exclamation point, and I was so inspired by the video that I went all pastel on this page, and I specifically looked through here finding the perfect page to color, and this dress really reminded me of one of the dresses that Taylor Swift wore in her music video. I believe it's the pink waterfall looking kind of dress. Anyways, the background is colored with Munyo soft pastel with white Posca for the little stars, and I used the Lemouche markers to color the image, and then I used the Faber-Castell polychromos to add shades in here. I also used the Uniball Signo gel pen, the silver one, for the wings and for the little details on her and on her ear. Yeah, so I really had a lot of fun with this page. Okay, so this is from the Coloring Heaven Gothic Fairy Special, illustrated by Michaelina. The next finished colored page is from the 101 Unique Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova. Here. And the story of this mandala is, I was talking to Latinia from Cali Girl NNC. She's a fellow color tuber, very good friend, and I was telling her how I always make it hard on myself on coloring mandalas. I make it so difficult, and I don't know why. So she was like, you know what, go and pick 3 colors and color a mandala. It doesn't matter which one, just pick 3 colors and color it. And that really helped. And I picked, I believe it's light umber, blush pink, and Caribbean Sea for the blue. And I used white to try to blend it, but because this is Create Space paper, it wasn't a blend where I was happy with, so I came in afterwards with the Gamsol, and I'm very happy with the results. Really like, this is only the second time I used Gamsol, so I really like it. I really like how it looks. And yeah, so I use Prismacolor Premier colored pencils and then Gamsol on top. Okay, so this is the 101 Unique Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova. The next book I want to share with you is make sure I'm on frame, is the Les Grands Classiques, the Disney Color by Numbers. This is a French coloring book by Hachette Heroes. This is the first of the series, and I colored the first page right over here. Make sure I'm in the frame. Really had a lot of fun coloring this page. A couple weeks ago, I had a little accident with one of my son's car toys where I was in a hurry. My son was sick, so I ran to the bathroom, got a washcloth to damp it up so I can wash his face. And then as I was walking back, I stepped on the car toy, and yeah, my feet flew under me, and I landed with my right feet where it's like kind of curled this way, and trying to get the weight off of that feet, I forced myself to land on my left knee, and I don't know, I think I pulled a muscle on my left arm trying to catch myself at the same time. Yeah, thinking back at it right now, I probably looked ridiculous, just stepping on that car, but good good thing is that my feet's okay. It didn't break anything. Nothing's fractured. I just strained or pulled a muscle on my left arm, but at least it wasn't my coloring arm. So during that time, I was just coloring this in, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I put the colors I used Prismacolor Premier. I used Black Posca to do the outlines, and I used Gamsol on top. And this is how it looks. This is just one. This is how it looks after I put the Gamsol, but on the leaves and on her dress and hair, after I put the Gamsol, I came back in and recolored it again using the same colors just to deepen the color, because I don't think I put that much pigment in to smooth it out after using the Gamsol. So, but it's okay. I like the result, and I added more colors to it, so just to change it up a little bit. So yeah, I had a lot of fun in this one. I hope to continue it on, and I think with this book I will go page by page instead of skipping around. So yeah, so this is Tinkerbell from the Les Grands Classiques Disney Color by Number book by Hachette Hero. Okay, the page I colored in here, the Villain Stein coloring book, illustrated by Tomislav Tomic. This page was for the hashtag Color Your Horde challenge that I am collaborating with Kylara, and this took about, I think, 4 parts of video if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, I took my time coloring this page. It's a lot of details, even just for one page. So I colored it with Caran d'Ache Pablos along with the Tombow Erogatins. I also used the white and silver Uniball Signo gel pen. And yeah, I loved how it came together. I was kind of worried after I did the flowers, because I was like, oh, just so much color. And once the fairy was done, it just brought everything together. And yeah, really happy with how this page came out. And it's also my first in this Tomislav Tomic from any of his books. So yeah, I'm just really glad that with this challenge it forced me to pick a page and just jump right in. Okay, so this is from Villain Stein. Illustrator is Tomislav Tomic. The next page I want to share with you was an exclusive illustration by Christine Karen through Coloring Heaven. If you were a subscriber of these Coloring Heaven magazines, they gave you an illustration from Christine Karen that's not in any of her coloring books at the moment. It might be in a future coloring book, but it's this one. So they gave you the grayscale version plus the line art version. The version that I colored was the grayscale one, so I'll bring that one out. So here is the colored the finished coloring of the grayscale version. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. I was playing with the my new Lyra Aqua color that was gifted to me by Latimia, who is Cali Girl NNC. And I used this for the background. I used both of the greens. It was a lot of fun. I thought it came out really, really good. For the rest of it, I colored with Nemeche markers, and I used Touch New markers for her skin. I used the Arteza colored pencils for the leaves. I used Prismacolor Premiers for her dress. And For her skin and hair, and for this birch tree and the gecko, I used the Black Widow colored pencils. The dark skin tone set of the Black Widows is what I used for her skin. But I believe I also used Eggshell from the light skin tone to try to blend it in. I also used White Posca to line around some of the golden berries. I colored it as golden berries, and for her eyes, and also for the gecko. I don't know if you can see on the gecko, I put like little dots, so it's like kind of shimmering. I looked up iridescent, just an iridescent color with white, and these were some of the colors. Well, it was a lot more pink, but I wanted purple, so I used purple and a little bit of turquoise color and dots to make it look like it's glittery. And then I also used White Posca on her hair. Yeah, I really love how this came out. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope to color more of Christine Karen's illustration in the future. Although I only have her line art, so in the Coloring Heaven magazine, there is some of her grayscale, so I get to color that one also. So this is all my finished colorings for both April and May. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, from my simplest with the mandala and the color by number, to my intricate colorings like this one and the Villain Son. All the pages I showed on this video, except for the second page from the Happy Hoppy coloring book, they're all going towards the challenge that I'm collaborating with Kylara called hashtag Color Your Hoard. So for the rest of the year, I'll continue to color a page in each of my untouched books from my collection. So look out for those in my monthly finished coloring books. So it's easier to find. I also have a playlist of all my completed pages. If you're new to my channel and are curious about what I've colored, please check it out. And yeah, so thank you all, and thank you also to all my new subscribers. I hope you guys enjoy watching through my videos. Please take care, everyone, and happy colorings. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.